Hello everyone, Aaron Creations here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Bleach anime heroes, White Ichigo. And for some reason they named him White Ichigo instead of Zangetsu, I guess because to make it spoiler free or something. But spoiler alert, White Ichigo is Zangetsu. But anyways, let's take a look at the box. So, starting off with the packaging on this figure, we do have a Bandai logo right here. It says 4 and up. We do have the warning choking hazard right here, and this is advertisement. It has the Bleach logo right here. You get a big window that displays the figure and the accessories. We do have an image of White Ichigo or Zangetsu right here. Anime Heroes logo, and I think Anime Heroes logo in Japanese, I believe. And then we got White Ichigo when it should be Zangetsu. Also, Anime Heroes at the main top in Japanese and English. On the side, we do have Anime Heroes, and then we have it all in Japanese. We got the Bleach logo right here. And then we look at the back, we do have Anime Heroes logo right here. And then we also get Viz Media, Bleach, and the copyrights. We do have the other figures in the same line, same wave. And we got the choking hazard and things of that nature and the barcode. And then at the other side, we do have Anime Heroes, and it has an image of Zangetsu or White Ichigo. It says White Ichigo right there at the bottom. And then at the main bottom, we just have nothing but just kind of like the warning, and that's it. So that's it for the box of this figure. Now let's take a look at the actual figure. So taking a closer detailed look at White Ichigo or Zangetsu, I have to say that Bandai did a really good job making this figure. I mean, all it is just a repaint of Ichigo, technically. But the only difference I see is the face. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but on camera it kind of looks like he's just frowning, but it's actually some sort of grin, like an evil grin. I hope the camera's picking this up, but yeah, it's like an evil grin. But in the front view, it does look like a frown. But actually, when you look at the sides just right, it actually is like an evil smile. So that's pretty cool. And I love how they actually made his eyes the right colors. The hair is actually a different color, like it should be from the skin. We do have this white uniform, and I have to say, it does look really good. It looks really clean. And then we have the legs, the real long and extremely baggy pants. Looks good. We got the back, and people might not like these joints right here, but it don't bother me that much. We got the feet at the bottom, has like made in China and other things, but they actually did take the time to make the details on the shoes and socks to not shoes, but sandals and socks to actually look like what it does in the anime. So that's actually really cool. They actually made the socks black and the sandals kind of darker color of brown. That's pretty nice. But my only issue so far with this figure has to be that there's like a little paint imperfection right there. A little paint imperfection right there. And yeah, it's like a whole, it's like almost a clear line of just black paint. But it don't really bother me that much. I mean, it's not really big of a deal, anyways. So, nothing to really worry there. And that's honestly all I have to say for this White Ichigo or Zangetsu. His detail's great, but it's just like it's just like Ichigo. If you got the Bandai Anime Heroes Ichigo, you would know that this is pretty much the same figure except for the different head and just all different paint of just different color whites. But anyways, that's it for the figure. Now let's go on to the accessories. with White Ichigo or Zangetsu, if you want to call him that, which he should be. He doesn't come with much in terms of accessories. All he comes with is the hands that he's got on right now, which is the gripping hands and the open palm hands that he has. So not really much, but he does come with his Zangetsu blade, which it's actually reversed color. Unlike it's actually reversed color compared to the Bandai Anime Heroes Ichigo, which is supposed to be like that, by the way. It's supposed to be like inversed color like that, where the white wrapping is actually black and the black side of the blade is actually the silver side of the blade. It's supposed to be like that, and I'm glad they actually did that. I mean, they easily could have, given us a generic Ichigo sword, but actually, they actually took the time to repaint this. So I'm happy for that. I'm happy they molded it and painted it in the right colors. So that's all he comes with when it comes to accessories. Not much at all, but it still is something. But anyways, let's move on to articulation. Now for the articulation of this figure, his head does look up about that much, which looks really good. Looks up, looks down about that much. That's good. It does actually, because of this good neck joint, it does actually go back and forth, and it helps for White Ichigo to look down and look really far up. So that is really good, and also kind of goes back and forth on that joint. Okay, the arms I actually go out to the side about this much, which that's really good. That's more than 90 degrees. And then it does go down. It does actually go forward and back. Okay, and then we do have a bicep swivel. We get double jointed elbows that bends in about that much. He does have this ugly gap, which people might not like, but he does have a hand articulation. Yes, that's right, a hand articulation. But you do get this hand right here. It does hinge back and forth, and it does rotate a little bit. So that's good. Now for the torso, it does crunch forward about this much, goes back about that much. That's actually really good. And then for the legs, we can get him to do a split. That's actually pretty nice. Almost split. These are on a joint where you can make it go down, make it go up. It's drop down hips method is what it's called. Drop down hip method. But you do get that for better articulation, of course. But now you do get a bend at the knee. That looks really good. And it actually looks like it's supposed to look like that. That's actually really cool. I'm glad they did that. And then for the feet articulation, it's very limited because of the way the design is. But it does go up about that much, goes down not that much, and it does do ankle pivot like this, side to side. So that's actually really good. And I'd say the articulation on this figure is actually pretty decent. Not a whole lot of articulation, but decent enough to where you can get them in some poses. But that is it for the articulation. And now it's time to come up with my final thoughts. So, what are my final thoughts on this figure? My final thoughts on this figure is that he's actually a decent figure for the price point that I paid, which is $20. But now I will say though, I actually got him in one of the poses I really wanted him to get into, which was him holding the sword or like trying to like spin it. But sadly, he didn't come with no spin and sword effect, so I couldn't actually make it look as accurate as possible. But I have to say, I'm just really happy in general just to have a White Ichigo or Zangetsu figure. honestly. Like, the last time we actually got a Zangetsu figure was actually back in the Toonami days where they made that San Diego Comic-Con exclusive White Ichigo. And that's a really expensive figure if you come across it. It's really expensive, and I'm glad Bandai stepped up and made their own attempt of White Ichigo or Zangetsu in an affordable price range. I'm glad they did that. I am just really happy right now about it. But the detail is actually pretty good, and I love how the hair is not actually like gonna poke you where it's gonna hurt. It's actually pretty soft and pliable. That's really cool. Same with the Ichigo that I've actually opened. He has it just looks the same, right? Except just different paint scheme. Except for the head, of course, because they gotta give him that evil smirk. So I'm happy they did that. I'm hoping that we can actually get a deluxe version of this figure where he will actually come with more stuff and just another different head. I think that would be cool, and I would really pay for that. I would pay $25 for that. But anyways, that is what I think of White Ichigo or Zangetsu if you want to spoil it. But like I've had in the whole video. But anyways, that is it of me talking. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe. The detail is nice on this figure. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.